Hello, my friends. My name is Ellen. Welcome back to my Southern Kitchen and the first episode of Ellen's Juneteenth Series 2025. My apologies, my friends. I meant 2026. At every Juneteenth celebration, you'll see a red velvet cake. So today I'm going to share with y'all a red velvet cake recipe. But we're going to doctor it up and we're going to use a red velvet cake mix. And I've done this recipe a couple of years ago on my channel, but I decided to redo it, change up a few things, and update it. And my friends, it is so simple and easy to make. TheBomb.com delicious, and we're gonna frost it with a homemade cream cheese frosting. Oh, my mouth's watering. Everybody's gonna love and enjoy this, and it tastes like we made it completely from scratch. Perfect for Juneteenth, and this also great for Christmas and Valentine's Day, or any time of the year. And I'll post a complete recipe along with the instructions down in the description box below. And for more red velvet recipes and Juneteenth recipes, check out both of my playlists and my previous video, Southern Baked Beans. I'll post the link to all three of those down in the description box below. So turn on your oven, grab your baking pans, and your red velvet cake mix sugar, because we're about to bake some red velvet cake magic in my Southern kitchen. Here we go. Alright, my friends, over here I have a half a teaspoon of baking soda. And into our baking soda, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of distilled white vinegar, a must-have in red velvet cake. And it's okay if it foams up. It's all good. And what it does, it will help the cake give it that red vibrant color. So a little goes a long way. So I just gave it a quick stir. Now we're going to set this aside. Let's work on our cake. In my large bowl, we're going to add in our red velvet cake mix. And this is a 15.25 ounce package. Alrighty, into our cake mix, we're going to add in our baking soda and vinegar mixture. Next, we're going to add in 4 extra large eggs at room temperature. 1 cup of full-fat buttermilk at room temperature. You can use homemade or good quality store-bought. Another must-have in red velvet cake. And I'll put a recipe to my homemade buttermilk down in the description box below. For moisture, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of full-fat sour cream at room temperature. 1/4 cup of canola oil, or you can use vegetable oil, more moisture. Now we're going to add in a capful, which is 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And to bring out the chocolate flavor, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of freshly brewed hot coffee. I'm using decaf, or you can use the original. Using my whisk, we're going to whisk all these ingredients together until they're well incorporated. Be careful not to overmix. You can also use a hand mixer or a stand mixer using the paddle attachment. Alright, my friends, and just that quickly, our cake batter is done. Look how nice and beautiful red that is. That's that magic of the vinegar and baking soda. And it smells amazing. I love red velvet, one of my favorite cakes. Now we are ready to pour it into our cake pans. We are going to pour it into 2 9-inch round cake pans. But before we do, I'm going to spray them generously with baking spray. You can also grease them with butter and flour. We're going to use my 1/2 cup measurement. Going to scoop it and pour it into the cake pans so that way we'll get even cake layers. Alright, as soon as I get through scooping the rest of my batter, I'll bring you back. Alright, my friends, I've got all my batter into my pans, so now we're going to shake them and bang them to release the air bubbles. Now we are ready to put them in the oven, and to bake them, just follow the directions on the box. Oven's preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to let them bake for about 29 minutes, and I'll bring you back. My friends, I smell red velvet cake. I just taken them out of the oven. And it smells heavenly up in this kitchen. So now we are going to let them rest in the pan for 15 minutes. All right, my friends, it's been 15 minutes. Now we're going to remove the cakes out of the pan and place them on some wax paper. Wish me luck. Gorgeous! They both came out nicely, so now we're going to let them cool completely on the wax paper. And while they're cooling, let's make our luscious, classic cream cheese frosting. In my stand mixer with a paddle attachment, or you can use a large bowl, use it in an electric hand mixer. We're going to add in a 1/8-ounce block of full-fat cream cheese and 1½ sticks, which is 12 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and they're both soft to room temperature. Into our butter and cream cheese, we're going to add in a pinch of kosher salt. If using salted butter, you can omit it. Next, we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of sweet milk, which is Southern talk for whole milk. Going to make our frosting nice and smooth. Going to cream these on medium speed until they're fluffy. Next, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon, which is a cupful of pure vanilla extract, and mix that in. Scrape down the bowl occasionally. Alright, my friends, now we're going to add in 1½ cups of powdered sugar. And to make my life easy, I'm just going to sift it right into the powdered sugar and butter mixture. And we're going to mix it in until it's well blended. All right, my friends, our cream cheese frosting is done. Look how nice and smooth that is. Excellent. And our cakes are nice and cooled. Let's give them some sugar, shall we? I have placed one of my cakes onto my cake stand and I lined it with wax paper. We're going to take a dollop of the cream cheese frosting and spread it all over, like so. Okie dokie, so now we're going to add on our other cake layer, add some frosting, and spread it all over. And frost the sides. Alright, as soon as I get through icing my cake, I'll bring you back. Alright, my friends, I am through icing my cake. There's one more thing we got to add to it. I have trimmed some of the crumbs off my cake, and we're just going to sprinkle them right on top. You can also sprinkle on some pecans if you like. Perfect. So now we're going to gently remove the wax paper. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? And a nice clean plate. There you have it, my friends. Semi-homemade red velvet cake. Doesn't that look good? So now I'm about to cut me up a slice and give it a taste. Alright, my friends, I got me a nice big southern slice on my plate. Now it is time for the best part, the tasting. Here we go. Look at this texture. Marvelous. Look at that. Please have a bite. OMG. It just melts in your mouth. Moist and decadent. Love that hint of cocoa. And there's nothing like cream cheese frosting. Honey, you can't tell this is from a box. Bursting with southern goodness. This red velvet cake is phenomenal, my friends. Please give this recipe a try. This deserves another bite. Yum-o. Red velvet cake-licious. My friends, many thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video recipe, please give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And for more Southern magic in my kitchen, hit that subscribe button and click on the bell so that way you'll be notified when my new videos come out. Also, follow me on social media. Facebook, Ellen's Homemade Delights, and Instagram at Ellen Delights. And please send me an email, ellenshomemadedelights@gmail.com. I would love to see your beautiful creations with my recipes. And I'll see you next time. Let's eat. Much love and happy Juneteenth.